I'm Jordan Hansen. I'm from Cobalt Intelligence. We're going to talk about Nebraska today. We're going to go to the Nebraska Secretary of State. I'm going to show you how to search with Nebraska, how to search by name, and see the various things that are in Nebraska. And then we're going to talk about how to get that data via API. Now, Nebraska is a state that takes a little bit longer because it has a CAPTCHA. If my memory serves me correctly, let's go look at it. Okay, Nebraska here, you can see it. No officer information, no organization documents. Everything else looks pretty standard. So let's go over here and look at it. Now let's go to name starts with. This is pretty normal. Oh, yep, right here, CAPTCHA. Anytime there's a CAPTCHA, unfortunately it slows down our API by at least 45 to 50 seconds. So you're gonna see that here in a second. Okay, so let's go Pizza Artista Holdings. That looks like a nice one right here. Go look at these details. So when you're in full screen mode, apparently you can't see when this thing's loading. Hey, we do have officer information. To have it listed as not having officer information. Okay, we'll see what comes back. So this is our Cobalt Intelligence portal. We're gonna start this thing going now. I'm gonna show you how to use it with a retry ID, but I'm gonna speed this up. This is what's gonna happen. Okay, it's gonna try for like 20 seconds. It's going to give a retry ID, and then you use that to check back in to see when it's complete. You only build for when the lookup is completed, and then you're good to go. You'll see here, it's trying to solve that CAPTCHA. It takes a little bit of time. So once that retry ID gets back, then there we go. I'm gonna hit this. You're gonna get this until it's complete. Bam, done. We found it. This is a company in Nebraska. It took us a little bit of time, but all completed nice and pretty like. Okay, let's go to Postman. We'll show you how to do it there. Over here, and the abbreviation, what was that? NE? It's gotta be NE. All right, this is gonna be the same boat. We're gonna hit this. It's gonna try for like 20 seconds. Then it's gonna send us back that retry ID, and we're gonna have to add it up here in our URL. We'll do the same thing where we try a few times, and then eventually it'll complete. X-API-key, this is your headers. This is how you're gonna pass in your authentication, your API key, and then the API key goes here in that value. There we go, retry ID, look at this, just like that. Then you hit search. It's gonna say incomplete until it's done. All right, there it is. You see that information? Okay, now we're gonna go over to our SDK. We're gonna do the same thing. I want this thing right here, this business name, Pizza Artista Holdings. And we're gonna go NE. Okay, this is the JavaScript SDK. I'll explain how it works. Now, we come over here, you import the SOS API, you pass in your API key, and then you just call await SOS API.getBusinessDetails. The required fields are the business name and the state. But the cool thing about the API key is it's gonna handle all the retries automatically. Like, it's gonna handle that cool retry. And we're back. There we go. So it handled all those retries for us. It took us about a minute and a half, and it returns this data. I also passed a screenshot parameter into there, and I said, yes, I want a screenshot. So let's look at that screenshot and see how it looks. There we go. It shows right there. All that information, you can put that right in your file and say, yeah, bam, I can prove that we checked this. We have a timestamp. Oh, cool, look at that. That's Nebraska.